Hi.
Hello.
This is actually our mom's channel, but we're just using it.
Mhm.
And our first review ever is gonna be like this is. By the way, I'm Alex Khan, from the Alex Khan channel,
My name
and
is Tariq Greene.
and you have the Flipscriptgram video, the other one,
Yeah,
and basically,
about Guardians of the Galaxy
yeah,
2014
yeah,
one.
and we were looking at what's the last movie we saw together. So um,
X-Men Days of the Future Past,
yes,
I believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a movie.
Yeah.
Um,
Right now we're about to
uh,
review that one.
um, I actually don't want to spoil the beginning of the movie
Yeah. There's not going to be any
there's
spoilers in this
although
one.
there's something that happens in the beginning that I thought really helped me like the movie a little bit more
Mhm.
because I didn't even though like the entire like catalyst of the movie I didn't know. Some people who do know, that's okay, but I feel like the experience is better if you actually don't know
Oh
that
yeah.
like you know what I'm talking about, like
Mhm.
the entire reason why they're going time
Oh,
traveling.
and just so you know, if you're going to see this movie, make sure to stay at the very end because
Yeah,
there's after scenes.
there's an opportunity.
And
First,
it explains a lot for the next
X-Men
X-Men movie.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing I loved about this movie is love the reason. I love the reason that which we're not going to talk about, and it really works, and I really like how there's really no real bad guy in this movie. If you actually think about it, like there's really no bad guy in this movie.
Yeah, there's actually really
Yeah,
not really a bad guy. They're just on this sort of mission
there's
to
not.
find Mystique, which is a
Yeah,
character that can clone
yeah,
herself into anybody.
yeah. There's no real villain. Mystique is not really a villain, so
Yeah, they only need to find her so she could stop the Sentinels
yeah.
from forming.
And we're not going to spoil why the Sentinels form. Uh, even though but still, it's pretty good movie. I
Yes, really good movie.
really like Hugh Jackman in the movie. I feel like it's really cool to see him in the movie. I like
Yeah, Hugh
I
Jackman does a
mentioned
really good job
we're doing
in the
a review of
X-Men.
the X Men for YouTube. X Men Days of Future Past is better than X Men First Class, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
X Men First Class was a good movie. It's not bad for a
So,
comic book
yeah, let's
movie, but
explain the plot though.
no, we've already explained the plot.
Oh yeah, they just basically have to go back in time and
Yeah,
stop Mystique and stuff.
but it's a pretty entertaining movie.
Mhm.
It's really fun. There's actually a lot of humor in this movie, which I was expecting.
Yeah.
There's some great humor, especially with Quicksilver.
Oh yeah, I like the
I love
Quicksilver
Quicksilver.
scenes.
There's one scene with Quicksilver that's absolutely hilarious, and I will not spoil you. I just wanted to. The only thing I'll mention is in slow mo,
Yeah,
and it's
the slow mo scene
hilarious.
was really
The
good. I
thing's
like it.
so funny. The
Yeah.
way he does is just so funny. Um, and the it's just so funny. The movie
The slow
is
mo
one of the
scenes are really good.
funniest.
I have to say
I think it's
every
funnier than
cameo.
most comedies
Yeah, and I
actually.
have to say every cameo that Quicksilver was in, he did a really good job as it.
I like how I don't really think that the other X Men were really in this one. And this is actually I want to have a spoiler because I think we're done talking about like the regular movies. So if you're actually have not seen X Men: Days of Future Past, we're gonna talk spoilers.
Okay.
Spoilers. One thing I was wondering if you guys can answer me. Do you think Storm dies? Like actual dies? Because I feel like that was sort of cheap what they did because the entire thing with the Sentinels didn't happen. So I feel like they just
Yeah,
yeah
so if they stopped the Sentinels before they were like
created.
created bad, what just happened?
That was so cheap that was so cheap. There's no like zero suspense because there's zero suspense for her because when the death happens, it wasn't sad because because
Yeah,
they
it
couldn't
just felt like
because there was still a possibility they could go and bring her back to life. So it wasn't
exactly.
as
And I have a
satisfying.
question again.
And I feel like what they could do is I like how Mystique Storm died. I think the death scene was really good. I just want her to die
I have another question.
because it was
If
satisfying to
they
me.
were able to get Wolverine back in time so it could stop all this madness from happening now, why couldn't they just send them back in time to stop all the other madness from other movies
Also,
from happening? Like, what's the big deal with that? Like, they could have gotten that character,
like yeah,
and
seriously, they could have
they could have made him go back in the
killed.
future to kill the bad guys before it even
Yeah.
happened, and they just decided to let it happen.
Yeah, I think they could have
Yeah,
done
they could have
something.
they could have made him go back in time.
This is it is a good movie. So
Yeah, you should check that out.
it's so what should be our system? Stars, grades.
Yeah, let's
I
yeah
like letter
stars.
grades.
Okay, yeah, let's do letter grades.
I give this movie an A minus. There's some parts like I like the entire plot stuff that I feel like was really. I feel like Storm's death was really cheap because it was.
Yeah, there were some scenes in there
Yeah,
that
that's
felt.
the only reason I'm not giving it my highest grade of an A.
My rating would be a B plus. It has some really good scenes in there. There are a lot of laughs. There's a lot of action, a lot of good times, and but there are a few flaws
Yeah,
in there
there are some flaws.
with
It's
Storm
definitely
and
not the
Past.
masterpiece that people have been
Yeah.
hailing it as. It's still
Mhm.
a good movie though.
Yeah. It's a really good movie.
Yeah,
Right.
it's better than most comic book movies though.
Yeah.
Not as good as The Dark Knight though.
Mm.